Evening all, and welcome back to Factory Town. I have been putting in some belts between episodes, and I've had to stop because I ran out of wood. I've got to let the wood rebuild there. I want to increase the workers in these. 6, I believe, was the magic number. There we go. And same here. There we go. So that's going to go. One time's going to fit up there because I just can't build any more platforms for that at the moment. We just didn't have the wood. We've got a bit more now. Maybe that'll carry on building. I think it will. Awesome. And then down to there. There we go. So each farm, these three, has got 2 outputs going into this barn here, and then over here we have 1, 2, and 3 farms all going into this barn here. So all is good. All is good. And I need to increase the outputs on this one here because I haven't done that yet. Let's do that now because we can. There. Nope. There. A bit of a jump going on there. And then I want to do... I'll put them that way for some bizarre reason. I don't know why. Luckily, splitters don't block things up if they can't push things into... I did that because, yeah, if I put them that way, they would move onto the other belts on the other side. We don't want that. So. There we go. Okay, this is all backed up, this is all backed up, this is all backed up, because that is all backed up because we're completely full. And one other thing I want to do, pointed out by Unclouding, thank you very much. You were right. I purposely didn't fix it off camera. I didn't fix the milk. I got this wrong. I should go down one more to there. There we go. So, fixed, yes. That's the first thing I checked when I come in. I was like, oh yeah, I remember to do that on camera. So there we go. So there's the milk running up and running and fixed and doing its thing. Right. So here is an interesting question. Do these, they can go through there. It would look really daft. I am really tempted. Oh, wrong button. I know we've built that, but I'm really tempted to move the rail out over here. Come in this way. Because then maybe we could integrate them farms that are there as well. Come down into here from this side. And then go back again. Would make the rails longer. I don't really think that's a problem. Plenty of stone. What would that be if I did that? So let's go this way. This is what I want to do. And if I went over here, we'd have to dig a hole through there. That's fine. That's 197 to get to there. I think that would be okay. Oh, apparently it's blocked there. Where's it? Ah, we're blocked by the actual Omni pipes. Are we? Are we blocked by something else? No, I think we are blocked by, yeah, we're blocked by Omni pipes there. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's not a problem. We can get around that because we can move the Omni pipes here, and we would probably change up this system anyway if we were to bring the railway through here. So down and connect there and drop you off. Then you are going to go down there and connect there. No, I don't like that. We're going to go one further over. Down there. Drop you off. Actually, we can remove all them. Yeah, we're destroying some fertilizer. I think we're okay for fertilizer. If I'm honest, I think fertilizer's not really a problem. There you go. That moves them down. And now, not so bad. Awesome. These do appear to be keeping up, which is okay. I know the farmers over here are not going to be able to keep up with demand. I feel as if they're going to run out, so I'm going to have to put fields down, all of them, excuse me, and figured that out. Now, the problem is that I've gone 3 on this one and 3 on that one, and now I've got, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 farms left. Yeah, 13 farms left. So I've took 3 away, that's 10, and then I need to distribute 10 between 3, which doesn't work. So I think the centre one's going to get 1 extra. So I'm going to go with another 3, probably those 3 there, that one, that one, and that one, into this back of this barn here. And then we'll go over there and go those 3 to the back of this barn here. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. Which would work, because then 7 would go into that centre barn there, because that would have 6 in each barn. So that would be fine. Okay, but we need to connect this rail up, really. We need to start this part going, because it's nice having the feed, but if we're not using it, then what's the point? So let's do that. Let's it's annoying because I really don't want to waste this channel we built here. I could move that. That's a lot of hassle to move that, and that is working, although it's getting all of its... I know we were going to move this, weren't we? Were we? Were we going to move this, or were we going to leave it? I can't remember. I think I was going to leave it, and I think those farms are there. We're going to do this. Maybe we could move this up here and have all these farms here just work for our milk. Because I think that's what they're doing. I don't think there's another farm anywhere that's doing it. Oh, we got this farm here as well. I'm not really fussed about that farm, but yeah. So all of those are. Maybe we could move the milk production to here and have it come along into this barn. It's a long way to go, and I think milk's only really used in. Oh, it's used in 2 places, isn't it? It's used in well, 4 places. It's used here for cheese, and it's used in our cake production as well. So we need that. But I am thinking of moving that whole setup over to here, because then we could also do away with the packages and just have the farms feeding directly, which wouldn't be such a bad thing. We could like board this off here and just make a nice. You know, we could fill that in there and make a nice straight line across there and put all our milk factory in there. Have that come along via whatever and feed into our milk system. We could have it come out and... Yeah, we can do that. What I'll probably do then, let's do that. Let's move the milk production in preparation for something new. So we're going to get rid of more resources. Don't need the coal. Nope, that can go, thank you. And I'm also going to get rid of all those cotton, because although we may need cotton in the future for upgrading things, not from here we won't, I don't think. And also, I'm going to remove these here, because they're not actually being used by any farm, and it's throwing me off when I see it wrong. So what I want to do is I want to go to here, and I want to go to terrain flatten, and let's pick an edge. Should we pick this edge? Fill up this whole lake here, I think. Trying to fill it up smoothly as well, so we don't get any dodgy walls. There we go. Not too bad. We just got this vertical row here, and what we're going to do is I'm going to go batten terrain up to there to make that pretty much a vertical wall down into the lake, like so. Oh, I got that wrong. There we go. Okay. And we've got that weird bit that pokes in there, but yeah, that's fine. Okay, and then our milk can go here. and that'll be awesome. And then that can be self-sustaining. This little area here, the milk system can produce the fertilizer, which can feed this whole system here, and it can be self-sustaining. And we got a bit more grain there if we need it. So yeah, can I just move this? What do you reckon? I think I need to remove these underneath, because this is a complete mess, and this is a complete mess. So let's disable all of this as a temporary measure. Let's just cut all the workers out. We now know that it's 2 belts and then 6 workers is the magic number, so that's where we're going to go to. So if I turn all of them off, eventually this will end up not being able to do anything. I've just noticed we've got some more things there that we don't want to use. Okay, they're gonna off the feed. I could no, we'll just leave them as they are. It's fine. It's fine. Which means we are going to have to probably get rid of all these omni pipes. Or maybe not. Don't know. Okay, so you're all done, right? So let's remove. Not remove resources. Let's remove all the Omni connectors, and then I'm going to pause the game because things are no longer working. So we don't need it running, and I don't think I can. Can I do that? Yes, I can. Awesome. Although you can't see it, you can increase the size underground. Just be dead careful with it because you don't want to accidentally cause a mega problem. Right. Oh, they had corn in, didn't they? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Remove you, remove you. Nope, bad, I saw that. Don't know what that little farm there is going to become. Maybe something else at some point, I don't know. But I do want to turn it off, so... Okay, and then I can increase the size again because I want to clear all of these out. Making sure I don't accidentally remove anything down here. Right, okay. And I think I'm going to let this run down and run out of corn before we move it, because it's going to make life a bit easier. So remove all of those. Milk moving day. I think we just let's upgrade that barn all the way. Come, off you go. We're out of logs again, I've noticed. Which is a bit of a problem. You may also notice as well, I've turned the draw distance down. I was getting terrible frame rates, so I've had to turn the draw distance down to allow it, which is why I was like, hang on a minute, why are there no boxes on there? But there are boxes on there. We just have to move in a bit closer to see them now. I don't know if I can turn the draw distance up a little tiny bit further than that. Oh, draw distance on high, but rather than ultra. Yeah. But that was the big thing. That was the huge frame rate drops, and I don't think it comes out in the video as badly because it's only, but to me it was definitely visible. Okay, so what I want to do is I don't want these here. These are not required. Right, and then what I'll do is I want to press tab to go into copy mode. And I want to copy all of that, like so. Highlight all of it. Press the M key for move, and then click and I can move it wherever I want to move it to. And you can rotate it as well, and it's not going to fit because I didn't remove those there. So press escape to cancel that, and then remove these two packages here, which I knew I'd forget about. Yep, there's nothing underground. The reason I had to remove all the underground stuff is because it copies underground items as well, or moves them, or whatever you're doing with it, it does all that. So if you do it underground and then a pipe crosses a pipe underground, it'll go, no, nope, don't like that, can't do that, is bad. Right, I'm going to put it over there a bit, I'm going to bias it that way. No I'm not, I'm going to put it there, I think. We're spread out around that farm, and then we can do our fertiliser over here. I was going to do fertiliser on the right hand side, but yeah. And that should still work, that should still get all their water. They'll reconfigure to grab all the water they're getting. You've got 105 out of 40 tiles, so you're happy for water, awesome. And you've got 119 out of 40 tiles, which is the maximum you can get. Well, actually you can surround it by water if you want to, but it doesn't matter. Once you hit 40 tiles, they don't speed up. Under 40 tiles, they will take water in slower. So, but we also had to manually feed them because they don't get water in themselves anyway. So that's all still working and all still going to be good. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this packager. I'm going to get rid of all these zombie pipes, which are a little awkward to work with when they're above ground, because when you start removing something, you stay on the same level you're on. But like here, if I remove this, it removes that, but it won't remove the ones below it. You've then got to remove that one. It's just to stop you deleting anything below when using the remove tool. Sometimes I tend to just select the Omni pipes and then use right click to delete them. That's a problem because you can delete things underneath it then. So yeah, it's making sure you know what's what with what where. Right, don't need that package or that package. Okay. So what we got? We got 4 farms. We've got 2 barns. So if these 2 farms went into this barn, and these 2 farms went into that barn, I could even split this and move this over. Move these ones over here. And then those 2 could feed the barn here, and then those 2 could feed the barn there. That I like the idea of, because it flows better, I think. So that's what we're going to do. Move to there. Okay, it does have a problem with this pasture here. Are you still good? Yeah, you're still good. Yeah, that pasture there obviously needs feeding from both grain mills, so we have to move you back into the centre. Just do something like that, I suppose. We can also grab more milk, that. Where was the fertiliser? Oh, the fertiliser was going into there, wasn't it? So we don't need that anymore. Let's lower that background because it looks weird. There we go. Awesome. So yes, I'm going to grab another barn and put it in the centre for the fertiliser. Don't quite know how I'm going to get the fertiliser out of them yet. Probably underground. Yeah, I think we did fertiliser underground and we do everything else above ground. Right, so let's rotate you around that way. Let's rotate you around that way. Let's rotate you that way, and you can come straight forward and hopefully go over those 2. Yes, yeah, I had these separated out because I didn't want to cover too much grain with the same farm. We got that centre row there, which is going to get eaten by both farms. So, okay, so what I want to do is get above here, or go around, I suppose. That way. I just want to get down to this barn here. And I'm going to use belts to do it, because I have no other reason than because. There we go. You're going to go up and over there. which means we then need to put in that and that. Come on, that. There we go. So you will auto output on the bottom one, and then we need to grab it to auto output that one there. Don't like doing that. I don't like putting grabbers on. Oh, do you know what? Is that what we can do? No, I didn't move that there. We can do it next to it. We can just do it there. There we go. That's what we're gonna do. We'll just use 2 grabbers. Screw it. No. That one, thank you. Boom. And yeah. I'm gonna come along. Alright, let's put in a single platform. Then when we control and drag it, it won't be so bad. So you're gonna go to there. Obviously not there. You're gonna go, oh, that's awesome. That's exactly where I want it to be. Excellent. So that means if I drag that out by 2, that is exactly where I want this one to be. Which makes life really awesome. So I can just do, no, come this way. No, no, let me do that. Figures. So we put in that there. And again, I'm putting in the, I know I keep going over things the same again, but someone might have missed it in the previous episode, or might only be watching one episode. I put in the single scaffold there because that's the one I prefer to use as a scaffold one. If you use the reason behind that is that if you use a wood arch, you can then go up one wood arch, and that will work. That will allow goods to travel underneath there when you've got a belt on top. But if you use the scaffold block and then do that, it won't let goods travel underneath it. Let me turn that on and you'll see. See, it won't let goods travel. They get stuck. They get stuck. Whereas if you use the wood arch, they can travel underneath. So that's why I always do that. And if you put in a single wooden arch, and then let me show you. If you drag off a cliff and hold control to stay at the same height, it will automatically put in scaffold blocks, which is the solid version of it there. If you don't want that, if you want a different one, so say you want a wooden arch, or you want even something else, you've got stone walls, that sort of thing. If you just put one down first and then drag and hold control, it will use whatever the first block it comes to as the support structure. So you can do it with the wooden arch there. You can do it with wooden pillars as well. It's a little more awkward. I don't think that will work. No, because you need to have wooden pillars come up from the ground. Which, but if I did that, that will build wooden pillars. But it doesn't like it. The terrain is too steep. It goes wrong. And but if you're running on the ground, you can use wooden pillars for it. It works with stone bridges. It works with everything like that. So let's remove that again there. Just going over stuff I've gone over before, but hopefully those who have watched me for a while will realise why I do that. And hopefully those who haven't watched me for a while will appreciate it. I hope. If not, if it annoys you, let me know, because the only way I'm going to stop doing it is actually, do you know what? I'm not going to stop doing it. I'll be honest with you, because if it annoys 10 people but one person finds it useful, I will carry on doing it. Because I'd much rather help that one person and annoy 10 people than not help anyone at all. Okay, so that's that there, and then we're going to have to use grabbers on this one here and here. Grabbers grab at the same speed as the default output does, so you haven't really got to worry about it. Okay. Now this one. Excuse the random cut there. I had a weird sneezing fit. Right. Let's get back to where we were going. Oh, my eyes are watering. Flatten terrain up. So I want to flatten that square off there, but I want to leave that. I don't want to do anything weird with it. So we need to build support blocks like that. And then you are going to come off here, so I'm going to put a single support block in there, and that should work. Hopefully. So if I do that to there, there we go. You see, that will put in the wooden arches. It doesn't matter for this one. In fact, to be honest with you, the scaffold block would make more sense here. Because in fact, do you know what we're going to do? So what we're going to use stone because if I can find it, structural blocks. We could use a stone bridge. Yeah, let's use a stone bridge. I haven't used a stone bridge in ever, I don't think. Let's see that. We need to put in one at the start, and then and then back around. Thank you. Come on. And then we'll just use that all the way around. You can't even see it. It doesn't matter. It's just aesthetics. So yeah, I'm going to use this stone wall, which is what I originally wanted to do. And boom. So because that's why. And then we're just going to use the standard wooden arches. Boom, boom, boom. You don't have to support them at any point. Things can just float in midair. It uses Minecraft logic for its physics. So many games do. It's not just Minecraft, but many games do that, where you can just have things float in midair. Like here, that support is, you know, that would fall into the water and break away. And I could support it if I wanted to, but yeah. 6. Here we go. Go here. Right. And away they go. Awesome. Now we'll feed them. Now we are only getting to 4 in for each one now. And we are having, I don't know how many out. We've got out 9 out. So obviously it's not gonna work as intended. Did we have more plugged in? Was that? Did we? We have more plugged in? Because it was running pretty all the time. All we had was that extra one there, wasn't it? There wasn't any extra lines coming in from anywhere. So these farms here should be able to sustain all of these ones. How strange. I feel like I'm missing something here. Yeah, well, let's build our Omnipipe system underground, and and then we want to filter these. Remember to filter them because if you don't filter them, they will pick the animal feed up, and we don't want that. But they will pick the milk up. Sorry, there we go. Right, so they're grabbing those. That's going into that barn. That's fine. And what we're going to do is, I think I'm going to package the milk and then send the milk off. Yeah. Okay, and now I need to do 4 outputs. Didn't think that one through, did I? No, I did not. No, I did not. Oh, there we go. But now we need 4 outputs. So we go 1. Luckily, Omnipipes are just magic. In fact, do you know what? No, we don't. We don't need 4 outputs. So let's not waste Omnipipes. You don't need that much fertilizer. So if I was to do that and then that with the bypass there, it will feed that farm and then move on to the next one. And then I do I was going to do the same here, but that's going to be a little awkward to no, stop. We do that and then that. There we go, and then that will output fertilizer. it will feed the first farm first, and then it will feed the next farm afterwards. That will all back up. That will all eventually back up. So we don't have to. We could literally have one going on and splitting away, and that would be fine. I just don't want to use as many Omni pipes as I did before, because I do waste them. And I'm going to filter this to be fertilizer. So if something goes wrong, we can be like, well, why aren't you getting any fertilizer? Ah, something is stuck in the pipes. Right. Okay. They need to output into packages, but we need to do it in a special way, because if we end up putting things in the water, it ends up they lose their grabbers. So yeah, but we shall figure that out in the next episode, because we have hit time, and then we're going to bring over our rail. Well, our rail could still come this way, actually. Yeah, our rail's still going to come this way. And go there. I could move that farm. That farm could be moved over to this side here. That side there. If we want the farm for anything, I don't know what we want the farm for. Is there anything else that we could sell? Oh, hang on. Oh, they will just take grain as well. So I could just sell them grain from that farm if I wanted to. I know I was just selling the most expensive items, but I'm just thinking of something to do with it. I don't know, but so that's going to come through there, yeah, that'll be fine. I also am toying with the idea of splitting that line. I don't like them being right next to each other. Yeah, I might put one gap between them, because I think it looks better. Let me know what you think of that. Do you think it would look better with the one gap? I think it does. I think I prefer it with the one gap rather than being next to each other. But let me know, and we shall pick up and carry on with our milk. We have moved the milk. Or I suppose if it's cows, we have moved the milk. I'm going to go now. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope to see you again next time. And until then, as always, have fun.